Okpebholo, governor of Edo State, has accused his predecessor, Godwin Obaseki, of deliberately withholding books donated to the state by President Bola Tinubu from students in the state. Okpebholo alleged that Obaseki, who governed the state on the platform of the opposition People's Democratic Party, PDP, did not distribute the books to students because they featured President Tinubu's image on the cover. He therefore launched a statewide initiative to remodel public books and distribute the books. Okpebholo, in a statement issued on Monday by his chief press secretary, Fred Itwa, announced that the first phase of the remodeling project would address 8 schools across the state's 3 senatorial districts, while overseeing the distribution of textbooks and other educational materials in Benin City, the state capital. Okpebholo announced that the books would be distributed across all 18 local government areas in the state. Describing the previous governmental refusal to distribute the books as an act of wickedness, the governor emphasized that the delay in distributing these educational resources was unjustified. I remember I was talking to you about the Edo State thing, and then we were talking about the rules and all of that. And Okpebholo has been in office for barely 2 months. Almost 2 months. Yeah. And then back and forth, he has been, backlashing, if that's the right word to use, his predecessor, Obaseki, about not taking care of the state. And then there was the Edo Best issue that he said Obaseki did not handle rightly. And then he has also accused Obaseki of withholding donated books to students that were given to them by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What is your thoughts about this?
Well, thank you very much. Actually, we are having a discussion of the camera about the state of affairs in Edo State. And part of what we talked about was the infrastructural deficits in Edo State, and it's quite unfortunate because I have gone there, witnessed it firsthand. And for the governor-elect, is now the substantive governor of Edo State, executive governor of Edo State, His Excellency Senator Monday Okpebholo, to be talking about books. I'm really surprised because for me, I think it's rather too early to begin to start doing the blame game. Leadership, they say, comes with responsibilities. And the moment you have been elected into a position of trust, I think the first thing you should do is to see how to make life better for the people. In as much as we are not saying that books are not important, but then again, what will the former governor want to do with such an amount of books? That the books carry the face of the president. Is Bola Ahmed Tinubu still not the president? So for me, I think rather than starting like this, which has come to be the normal, the usual thing that most elected office holders do. When they come into office, they try to see one way or the other to play the blame game. But rather than doing that, why not the current governor think of how to initiate programs that will impact on the lives of the people? If the books are not there, I'm sure maybe the government has, institutions that can, look for a way to see how to get those books back. Then, if it's possible to get other books, because for me, if books is usually the problem, then I would say that Edo people don't have any issue. But as I speak with you, I do not think that is the problem. That's not a primary concern of Edo State people. So for me, this governor should be focused and see how to come up with programs that will impact the lives of people.
Let me call you short quickly, please. You just said, you mentioned of the books not being the main situation that should be addressed at the moment.
Yeah.
And I talked about from the beginning, I talked about the fact that Monday Okpebholo at some point slammed Obaseki about the Edo Best program that he felt was supposed to be held rightly, but Obaseki, in his time, his tenure, did not hold it well. It's just been a backlash, back and forth. Do you think there's a political rivalry in the situation? Because, like you said, notebooks are the least, they should be the least of concern in Edo State at the moment. So coming from the present governor of the state, you know, about a situation like this, do you think there's a rivalry, a political rivalry going on, or something else that should be noticed?
No, of course, you know, you can't rule out, you know, these things. Of course, you know that, you know, politics has always been what we concentrate more on in this country. If you could remember vividly, even as we speak, they started talking about 2027, even at the national level. You know, so everything is about politics, but it meant not to be like that. You know, I think the key thing should be governance. Of course, I understand that, you know, a lot of bad bloods and all of that, but it's not what, you know, the people are expecting to see. Okay. If you have issues politically with your predecessor, I mean, you've gotten the position, so why not allow it to slide so that you can concentrate and focus on the business of governance, because that is what the people want. But when we begin to, you know, struggle, begin to go into this political rivalry and fighting and all of that, of course, development will suffer. And if development suffers, as a government that has been put in place, what can you achieve? That is, even if there is a desire to accomplish and a capacity to deliver. But I still want to believe that maybe it's just, you know, finding it very difficult to settle in. Maybe that's why he's trying to bring some of these issues.
Finding it difficult to settle in?
Of course.
So he's not settled in yet?
Yeah, that is what it implies to me. Because otherwise, I'm sure that there are other pressing issues that he should have looked into on how to, you know, gain the confidence and trust of Edo people.
And pressing issues like what?
Pressing issues like, I just mentioned in my initial deposition about the infrastructural deficit in Edo State. You know, major cities and towns, communities in Edo State don't have good roads, access roads, even in Benin City, that's the headquarters. So, you know, these are things that the governor can just concentrate on. And naturally, even those that didn't support him would get to like him and, you know, they want to, you know, give him more of their support. And that's what a governor needs to advance the fortune of the state.
Okay, thank you very much on your thoughts about that.